tax collector. Hello and welcome to Courtesy Flush. Joining me, of course, is Naresar as we try to continue this long journey into we thought was going to be a one-time game. Has now turned into a multiple-part series because apparently we are not very good shape-shifting detectives. How you doing, Naresar?
I am doing okay.
That's good. I've been feeling all right. If you're wondering about the MRE, I'm fine. It didn't kill me. I've had better days in the bathroom, but I'm doing all right for the most part. So how are you guys doing out there? I see everybody's here. Look at that. Knock, knock. Hello. Made it just in time. Hey, Dopes, how's it going? I have butter chicken, garlic naan, and the Courtesy Flush. It's a good Friday. Well, thanks for hanging out with us, Square. It's always a pleasure to have you. Got to get in and chat with you sometime. I got to get in and chat with all you guys sometime. I realize I don't really get hang out in public that much other than just this, so I'm going to try to do that a little more. Hit me up. I'd love to talk more. With that aside, though, let's try to hop into the game. I get this over here on, gosh, loud on the other screen for you guys. Are you ready to continue this strange journey, Nick? By the way,
Yes,
I want to point out...
Ready.
Oh, you are ready, huh?
Oh, why? What are we pointing out?
Tomorrow's your birthday, buddy. That's right. Tomorrow is Naresar's birthday, so happy birthday to you, sir.
Oh, well, thank you all.
Yeah. Yeah, Crow, you should touch grass more. I'm allergic to grass. I'm like literally allergic to it. Like it makes my skin break out. I don't want to touch it if I can help it with my bare skin. All right, Nick, let's hit resume and see where this goes. Somebody suggested in the comments that we should go as the detective, or not the chief, this guy here, the one nodding, and ask some real questions.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
Okay.
Now, just put some gloves on and do it? Yeah, I don't know, man. All right, let's just go down the list.
Putting
And
gloves on kind of counterproductive to actually touching the grass.
it
But
kind of
anyways.
does. It does, doesn't it? All right, Nick. She's not in her room.
Lexi isn't there.
All right, Violet. Rain.
Chief, what a surprise to see you. Again.
Oh, okay.
Didn't you tell me Ellis was next?
Uh-oh.
I told you Dorota was first. And that didn't turn out very well, did it? Let's hope Sam does a better job than you did.
Ooh, fucking burn. Yeah, it's weird that this guy's trying to also cover for the lady who's running the place. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bit odd. Yeah, Crow stays in the trees. I actually like climbing trees.
Violet doesn't want to talk to us. Okay,
No.
then.
No, she doesn't want to speak to us, which, to be fair, I don't blame her. So you've done all 4 of these people. How about you go see, Ellis or Zach or Oscar, any of these
Chief,
people?
I wanted to ask you something.
Oh,
Is it about the... What did...
Am I still a suspect?
Yes.
is he still a suspect? Hold on, let's have the chat decide that one. I think the chat deserves to have a say on that.
Sure. Because I know the actual chief has told us that basically no, he isn't. But on the
No.
other hand, like,
I don't know, man. Everybody in this whole game seems suspect of something. Everyone's guilty of something here. I feel like we're wasting our shape-shifting powers on boring nothing. Like, I feel like we could be doing so much more good in the world besides solving this. Like, this could be any police officer or detective or anyone in the universe, but they chose us because the guy from Twilight Zone in the beginning said we had to. I don't know, man. I feel like if you were a shapeshifter, the world of paleontology would change entirely. You're like, oh, what did the T-Rex look like? I don't know. Let's find out. You know what I mean? Like, you'd find out pretty quick.
But do you just turn into an actual T-Rex, or what you think a T-Rex looks like?
See, that's the thing.
Because
I feel like we could find out.
I think the Twilight Zone at the beginning guys said, like, study the space. This is who you're going to be. So I don't know.
That's fair. You could just turn into a giant skeleton, which, by the way, is not really that bad of a thing. I mean, I've not been a skeleton before, but I'm fairly certain that that sounds a lot cooler than this. But yeah, let's find out. So, is Oscar still a suspect? Yes or no? All right, find out now in the poll, which I just started over there. That should pop up on the screen. Look, is Oscar still a suspect? I don't know. But Crow, you have a skeleton. I do. I'm looking forward for...
Yeah, but usually, unless things go horribly wrong, people don't see your skeleton.
Typically, unless you end up donating it to science, then everyone will see your skeleton. Especially anybody who's in that middle school or high school at the time. Assuming they don't. Oh, no one's voting on this, huh? No one. Nobody knows. Who's voting over here? Yeah, only one person voted. I guess no is the answer. No, he's not a suspect. Everyone's just like, nah. Everyone's just like, you know what?
Okay.
Nah, he seems like a good kid. Yeah, you know what?
Okay,
Yeah, let's do that.
good. Listen, I think I might get out of this place soon. I need some space.
Is it about the...
Yeah, number 4. Or number... Yeah, let's ask him about it.
Is it about...
Yeah. So it's true then.
I haven't seen them. I'm sorry.
You want to be honest? It's up to you.
It's all tasteful stuff. I haven't seen them. I'm sorry.
I don't know if I would be saying
It's all
that
tasteful stuff.
about his dead
Maybe a
girlfriend.
gift for you.
Yeah,
haven't
that
seen
seems like a weird
I'm sorry.
answer.
I'm just in shock. All the time. How could she be so different? I just can't process it all.
Nah, shoot him in okay. I'm better at solving ancient mysteries than contemporary ones. You're right. Hey, Steel, how's it going, man?
Apparently he doesn't want to talk to the chief, but at least he's there, unlike two of our Taros.
Yeah.
Chief DuPont. Thanks for calling in.
I'm just checking you're safe.
At the moment, my heart's beating 1,000 times a minute and I can't sit still. Every noise or knock on the door makes me jump out of my skin, and I keep looking behind me. Is that safe?
Have I ever let you down?
Yeah, number 2.
What's...
Yeah.
That you're just saying you're doing things when you're not actually doing anything. What's the plan, Chief DuPont? How do we stop this from happening? How do we stop me from dying?
That's a very good question. She's asking a very poignant question because anybody who's been in this anybody who's ever been in a dangerous situation doesn't want to hear, "We're doing the best we can to cover all the bases, so everything's gonna be just fine." She doesn't have like a fucking Columbo to come in and save the day and answer all the you know. To be fair, in that show though, everybody knew who the bad guy was because they just told you who it was from the beginning, and it was all about Columbo figuring it out. But even still, like this is, and I love the cinematography on this. It's very I don't know, it reminds me of theater for some reason, and I can't figure it out. But anyway.
Okay, so that's, I guess, everybody.
Yeah, dye your hair. Boom, right there. I don't know if that's Allison Hannigan. You might have to check that out. The dissected preserved nervous system is the creepiest thing ever seen. I didn't need to be reminded I'm a spaghetti monster piloting a meat mech. Yeah, I feel like that's fair. It's also like that opening that thing up in Independence Day when Brent Spiner like opens it up. I feel like that's what we kind of are.
Okay, so what are we thinking now? Because the chief was kind of, I mean, we got some information, but I don't think enough.
Well, let's return to Sam and see if anybody wants to talk now. At this point, we're kind of just touching different things because people aren't really talking about anything. They're just kind of saying monologue shit at us, and we're like responding to it instead of being like an actual detective. Oh, there we go. Oh, no.
No.
Yeah, we don't want to tell on the little girl. Hey, what's up? No, we don't tell that either. Remember, those are the two things we were promised never to talk about. Yeah, and he's fine. We just walk in on these people like, "Hey, buddy, how's it going in here? Everybody okay?" And they just look really sad. Like, "All right, well, I'm off solving the murder. Just let me know if you see anything. All right, we'll be in touch." Well, we were told not to talk too much. Yeah, that's fair. Zach, with your deviant ass, looking all fucking smug. And the chief, who looks like every tired. Yeah. I guess we need to go visit some other people. Can you visit the chief as the chief? No, you can't.
It won't let you visit anybody as them. Like you literally do not have the option.
Yeah. Yeah, well,
okay.
Not at this moment. We're still trying to put pieces together. Why don't we go as Oscar and just visit everyone? Not
Oscar's
because
the boyfriend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Because I have no other answers.
I'm Oscar. Is there anything else I can do?
Oscar, you're the most innocent child amongst everyone here. You're the only one that seems normal, and you're probably the killer. But that doesn't mean... I think that's the telltale sign, is he's the most normal guy here. Obviously the murderer. Because as much as I'd love to point fingers as Zach, it's like, Zach is just fucking weird. Like... I don't think that's, like, motive for murder. I think he's just... like he's motive for restraining order less than murder. Like that's where he lies. Yeah, Can you visit a person while looking at that? Yeah, no, we can't at the moment. They won't let us do that.
Oscar, good. You got my message. Got some things to show you.
Uh-oh.
What have you got?
Does, this mean anything to you?
That's Dorota.
And what if I showed you this?
Ellis Monroe.
Oh, you don't have no other choice.
Do you know her?
She's from the radio.
And if I do this?
Really, Chief.
What?
This is how you break the news to the young man.
Chainsaw enthusiast.
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
That'll be all. You can go now.
What?
Okay, even if that was like, okay, let's argue for a second that Oscar is in fact the killer, that he did in fact know, and that is in fact why he did it. That is the most off-the-wall bonkers way of asking if he knew his girlfriend was cheating on him that I can possibly imagine.
Yeah, this chief obviously doesn't do a whole lot of detective work. Great timing, I know. Oh yeah, we don't want to. Yeah, Zach got the fuck out of there. He's like, oh no, I don't fuck with that guy.
I'm so sorry. What can I do?
Were you seeing Dorota?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I mean, the chief basically told us, so yes, we're just gonna go.
Oscar, it's so much more complicated than that.
Why didn't you save her? Is it really? Tell me.
Oscar, I didn't mean to hurt anyone. That's not who I am. I go out of my way to help people, to be kind to them.
So were you helping or being kind?
I had feelings for her, Oscar. You should understand that. I'm sorry this is how you had to hear it. But maybe she didn't tell you because she was leaving me. I don't know. I'm sorry. I truly am.
I forgive you.
Oh no. Yeah, number 2's weird. Hey, 420
Yes,
Colonel
I'm
Sanders, welcome to the courtesy flash.
That's so kind of you. Giving me closure. I have so many loose ends. And not much time.
Well, wow. That was weird. We should have just been walking around as Oscar because more people are willing to open up to this dude than they are to anyone else. Oscar just has such a trusting face, and they're like, let me tell you my darkest secrets. Ugh. Zach is just one photo away from a fucking restraining order, man. He's like, oh, it's just a little photograph. Not a big deal. Yeah, you know what? We never played as her. Let's go as her. Well, we did as like once, I think, but let's see what she says. Let's go visit the chief as her.
Hi, I'm Lexi. Oh, I'm Lexi.
Wow. He's a very good police officer. Yes, sir. Serves the public and all that. Yeah, let's visit the chief.
Nope.
Must be having a piss break.
Nope.
Oscar must be at Blockbuster.
Sorry, we're closed. Unless you're here for something else.
I'm a friend of Dorota's.
Ooh.
Dorota. I'm sorry about what happened.
Dorota told me things about you. Can I come in?
Yeah.
Do we want to bluff or just go for, rather simple question?
No.
Bluff?
Let's not bluff. This is the perfect opportunity.
Dorota told me things about you.
Let's go in.
Things?
No.
That's ominously vague. I'm not sure what you mean. Sorry, I didn't catch your name.
Lexi.
Lexi. I like it. It's got an edge.
Dorota says she knew you.
You can ask all of these questions. They're all fair. What do you think, Nick? This is a bit devious. I don't know how we can get away. I mean, this is like some rogue shit right here. Wow.
I don't know any of them.
What about the other? What about you guys out there in the world of the internet? How do you feel about this? What do you think? Should we tell him? Hey, Colonel Treacy, should we tell them?
Option 1, 2, or 3. You know, just going straight down.
Yeah. We're any more devious with identity theft. What's a bit more? Yeah, you're right. What's a bit more? So number 2 seems like the most well, Sunshine says 2. I think 2 as well.
Okay.
I think 2 just sounds like the least dangerous.
Yes.
You're dating Violet, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a couple of 2s going. Okay.
No, we're just friends.
That's not what you told Sam.
No, that's not what Violet thinks.
That's not what Violet thinks.
Violet doesn't always see things clearly. It's fine. I know how to handle her.
Doesn't see what clearly?
Ooh, number 1's a good question, because 2 is like obvious. 1 is like...
You know, some women, they think a bunch of flowers means a relationship. Anyway, why are we talking about Violet? Let's talk about you.
Ooh.
Dorota says she knew you.
The mask is coming off this guy. Not like it was much on there in the first place.
I know what you did to Dorota.
So we're back to here.
Well, we could try number 1. Yeah, we could try number 1. Number 2 seems a bit dangerous.
Yeah, she had a portrait session with me. Can I get you a drink?
No thanks. Sure.
Yeah. Let him go get us a drink. Oh, he's got Crystal Skull vodka. Herkimer Diamonds. Oh. He's got Crystal Skull. Yeah, Dan Aykroyd will be very happy to see this. Oh, that's a drink, all right.
Here, I've only got vodka. You're old enough to drink, right?
Of course. Does it? Of course.
You don't ask, does it matter? Because he'd be like, fuck no.
Just checking. Have you ever thought about dyeing your hair red? I think it would suit you.
Oh.
I know what you did to Dorota.
Now he dials the creep up to 12. Yeah, I know. All right, here we go. Do we go all in on this guy?
Or do we just...
I'll be honest with you, Nick. I don't know if saying this is the correct thing, but so far we have not run into any answers that have been good. So I'd say, personally, just because I'm in the who cares moment of my life with this game, I'm like, you know what? Okay. I love the cinematography. I love the way the story is unfolding.
I didn't do
weird.
anything to Dorota.
You killed her. You seduced her.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Do we go straight for the murder, or do we go for the,
You killed her.
secret relationship number 3?
No, number 2. I don't think...
No, she had one open relationship. But...
I still don't think Zach killed her, only because he seems so much like a red herring. Like, he seems like everything's trying to point to him.
So sordid. Dorota didn't do anything she didn't want to.
Oh.
Okay. So now we know that...
to it.
Yeah, so he admits to all of this openly. Yeah, he's more creepy than murdery. Yeah, I agree. That's where I'm following stuff, is I feel like that. Yeah, Ellis ain't there. I don't blame her for not wanting to see anybody after going like, hey, Chief, what are you going to do to protect me? Don't worry. I've got the best guy on it. His name is Sam. Sam is just sitting here like, I don't know what's going on. All these people are just insane. It's like, have you seen Sam? It's like, he shapeshifted into a pelican. I think he's out there by the lake. He said something about fuck this case. I have no idea. He seems like a deliberately planted creep. Very red herring. I agree. And I only agree because I've met dudes like this, and they just have that about them, but they're not like they never act on anything, and this guy just doesn't seem like the type. He seems like he would be too, like, I have too much going on in my life to do that. Where some of these other people seem like they would shank a
Hi.
motherfucker in the shower.
I'm Bronwyn.
Yeah, that sounded really, really sure of yourself there. So now we're shapeshifted into Bronwyn. So let's go visit everyone. Yeah, she doesn't have anything to say.
Do you believe Tara can predict things now?
Ooh, good question.
I'm not one for mystics and crystal balls. I'm a Virgo.
Oh.
It says you're lying about your alibi.
Ooh. Let's go with that. Let's start some controversy.
Oh, I suppose it has a 50-50 chance of getting it right.
See, I like Violet. She seems like she's just fucking with us. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she doesn't seem like she murdered anybody.
The other tarots that, yeah, why
What
not?
a day. Alice Munro, then. Looks like our traveller likes redheads.
I wouldn't be so sure. Looks that way.
Yeah.
Should we be worried about Violet?
Maybe. She thinks she was abducted by aliens.
Then that possibly means she's already been a traveller target. What else did she say?
Something about being in a row of heads?
So they're killing us for sport. Sounds about right.
Oof. Well, at least now he knows that, hey, we're sharing some information. We're talking to people. I don't know if any of this is good, but we're doing it.
What are we going to do about Ellis?
What would you do about Alice?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Let's think. What have we tried before?
The few times we've caught up with the Traveller, nothing's worked.
Talking to... killing them.
Talking to them?
Talking to them?
Please don't kill that person. Okay, thanks. Oh no, look, you killed them anyway. You know that doesn't work, Ron.
Okay. So they must restrain them. Because I don't think they kill them. I think they just tie them down, and they're like, they're going to do some mystical whatever. And considering that that might very well be a real thing that's happening in this universe. Oh, God.
Who are you? What are you doing in my house? Get out now before I call the police!
Well, Bronwyn showed up. That was very awkward. I guess she doesn't
That
want
was weird. Like,
Well,
nobody's...
I think it's because...
Like, there's been people who you, like, haven't been able to talk to, like, you're just seeing an empty room. I don't think anybody has ever kicked you out before.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's
That might bite us
strange.
later. But we'll find out. Hey, Boogle. Turn into a creepy stalker. Yeah, I don't think so. Seems like an abundance of redheads and interest in them. I know, it's a bit bizarre. Alright, it's time for us to become somebody else, I guess. Well, we've tried Lexi, we've tried Bronwyn. Have we tried playing as Rain?
Have you been Sam at all today?
Not yet, but we haven't tried Rain. And I only want to say we try...
Hello, I'm Rain.
I think there's a twist in the story. The killer is an outsider just like the shapeshifter. Yeah, that might be the case. We might be dealing with another shapeshifter.
Tax collector.
Oh, it's Squick. Beep boop from work, fellow humans. It's been a whole year of comfy, wholesome content with the occasional murder crime. Nice seeing things are still going as strong as ever. Well, hey, thank you for... Now you've been subscribed for 1 year. Welcome back. It's always a pleasure to have you, man. Your impression of his meowing is spot on. Well, it's because I think it was like somebody just doing that in a microphone. Going, meow, wow.
Haven't you done enough predicting my death?
Oof.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just kidding. I know it's not your fault. Well, unless you're the killer.
She's like, oh God. Oh yeah, there we go.
Have you made a decision?
I think it's a no. Sorry. It's just the reading that you gave me the other day. I don't want to scare off the audience.
Why would I scare off your listeners?
Yeah, don't
What
ask about
reading?
what reading.
Why
This
would
seems
I
like-
scare off your listeners?
They don't want to hear talk of death and darkness. Well, they do, if it's in a story. But you can't tell them they're going to die.
I said you were going to die?
I guess we don't
So,
try.
You
yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
say you're going to die, just like that, but I remember the death card. And the devil. And you said it was... What was the word you used? My challenge. That I needed to die so I could be free from my chains. I know you said it doesn't mean a literal death, but maybe it does.
Okay.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, you played. Yeah, Torrance Passage is a very fine game. Me and Nick played that here. That was
Wait, which one was Torrance Passage?
That was the one with Boogle. It was very animated. They were going up and down layers in through crystals and stuff. It was all like cartoony by Sierra.
Oh, okay. Yes, I vaguely now know what you're talking about.
It was created by Al Lowe, who also created Leisure Suit Larry. I think the story was like he created it so he can have something to do with his kids playing video games. Something to that effect. What's up, man? So what do we know?
We've got a new target. Alice Monroe. Alice said she was in a relationship with Dorota. She kissed a girl and she liked it. She told you where John Pope, or Poe, is going to be next. Rain still says he was praying in his room, alone. You say Bronwyn and Lexi's alibis don't add up. Lexi's doing some investigating for you. As if that'll help. Rain told you about the Butcher of Birmingham. It's a thing. Made an interesting read. Those tarot readers hang out with death. His explanation of it, it's all fairy tales, so I'm not getting involved. Violet says she doesn't remember last night, but I've got that in hand. Zach Weston says he was in his studio last night. No one corroborates. And he keeps asking Ellis to pose nude. Could be motive. Oscar's in the clear. He was playing football last night. He said that Dorota had a wedding dress in her closet. Not many people would know that. That's it.
Well, we know why. Because he was told to go into the closet. He didn't have a choice. The death card is about transformation of the tower, and most of the sword cards are bad news. Yeah.
We must have been around as Sam because we're not getting any options.
You're asked, what's your retrospective opinion on Harvester, Nick?
That was a weird game. Like, just...
That's one
like,
understatement.
That was a thing that existed.
Yes.
Hello, I'm Violet. I'm Violet.
All right, let's go talk to people as Violet now. See if they want to open up to her. Now, the Chief's not in his office. Oscar's not home.
Hello, lovely. Take a look at this. It's a picture of Dorota.
I don't want to see pictures of your conquests.
It's not like that. It's just a press photo. Do you see anything in it?
A girl holding...
You don't see any movement. Just Dorota.
Movement? What the hell movement?
I think you should have asked him the second question when it popped up, because I would have been like, well, what do you see? Because I think his answer would have been bad, but it's all right. Time has passed for that. I don't know. I think a lot of people... I think there's more than one killer in this. I don't think they're just like... I think the one death is...
We don't have a serial killer. We just have 3 people going around getting killed by 3 separate individuals.
That's what it feels like.
Complete happenstance. I say 3, but Well, no, somebody talked about needing 3 because it's a powerful number. But anyways.
Oh man, bad news bears, my brother. Yeah, I agree. You know, I think it's time for us to, let's see, we've done everybody. Let's go as Ellis to Poe's house, if that was an option.
Hi, I'm Ellis. I'm Ellis.
We can also just visit everybody here at the inn with Ellis, which is kind of bizarre. Why not? Yeah, she's not home. At this point, we've reached it where we're just like, we're just going to go as everybody until somebody has a reaction that we go, aha, we knew it. I'll come in there as Homer Simpson if I have to. No, we didn't kill anybody. We're just here. Like, trust me, we wouldn't be working this hard if we were the murderer.
Yet.
True. I was gonna say we're not the murderer because we would never try this hard to try to solve a case if we were. Like, we're not that deep undercover. Like, that's a bit much. Like, that's more of a movie thing.
Nope, nothing.
If nobody knows you did it, then you want to stay away from it. I'd say turn the radio after you turn back in. Well, I guess we go back as Sam and talk to people, but probably turn the radio on and see if it changed.
There's Sam.
She wasn't Automat. She wasn't anymore. She told me to shoot her, so I did. Automats are supposed to have that power. They tell you to do something, and then you can't resist. Except I think I shot her because I wanted to. It's a long story. Bang, bang, bang. The office door shook with the knocking from outside. What a time for company. Had I been set up? I'd shot Vanessa, and now I was literally holding a smoking gun about to get caught. Wait a minute, I called towards the door. Think. Quickly pulling out the desk drawers, I searched for some kind of solution. A pretzel, a postcard, a pair of pickle-shaped cufflinks. And there it is, in the bottom drawer, the patchwork quilt Mom sent me over 2 Christmases ago. I was never going to see any other kind of action, so I throw it over Vanessa's body and open the door. It's almost too late before I realize I'm still holding the gun. But I quickly stuff it down the back of my pants. Oh, it's hot. Officer Peters looks me up and down. She's hot too, but not as hot as the gun in the back of my pants. I wince. Yes, officer? We've had a report of gunshots coming from this building. Didn't hear a thing, I tell her, smiling sheepishly. Mind if I take a look around? Oh, not at all, I say, letting her through. Her tour of the office takes about 5 seconds. 5 solar seconds. And then she finds... nothing. Something catches her eye. She runs her fingers across the back of my couch. Alpaca? I nod, worriedly. She nods appreciatively. Mind if I try? I protest as she sits down, but it's too late. She's definitely sitting on Vanessa's bleeding body. She's armed, so I'll need to be quicker, or maybe run. The window, I could jump, say 20 flights. It's soft, she says. It's then I realize Vanessa's body's gone. Just the throw remains. Still stroking the couch, she continues. Why do you keep the quilt on it? I'm in shock. It can get pretty dirty, I reply. Oh, I'll bet it does, she winks. So, I was wrong. Apparently the quilt could have some action after all, but not tonight. There was a corpse walking around somewhere, and it didn't have many places to hide. Officer Peters sighs. I'll get going then. Heading for the door, she turns around one last time. Be careful, she whispers. I'm really not supposed to say this, but the chief thinks there's an onomat on the loose. And when they get in your head, you can't get them out. Well, if I hear something, I'll let you know. No, you don't want to hear anything, not from an onomat. If you find one, shoot it. That's the only way to deal with them. That's how we deal with them. And with that, she's gone. I shut the door firmly behind her and retrieve the gun firmly behind me. Believe me now? I know that voice. I turn and see Vanessa upright on the couch, just like before I shot her. I believe you, I say, looking at my gun. But I just shot you. You didn't shoot me, she smiles. I told you to think that you'd shot me, and you did. So, my alpaca couch, I ask hopefully? Well, the gunshot's real. The alpaca took it in the chest. I grimace. 6 weeks wasted. I knew I had a reason for wanting her dead.
I think that's enough of that.
Yeah. It feels like we're just listening to a radio play just for whatever reason. It doesn't sound like it's relevant to our case. Yeah, take care. Have a good one, Jack. All right. I guess we'll go and visit everybody if you haven't already.
No, I just tried visiting people as
Sam,
and nothing was happening.
Ray says it sounds like it's more to distract than help. Yeah, I agree. We can always try.
Chief, we've done Violet, we've done Braun, we've done...
Well, now that we've had people open up, maybe we can have maybe we can have the chief go and talk to people again. I don't know, man. I'm running out of ideas here. This is what happened last time. Because it's like, clearly the developers of this game said like, well, if you're clever enough, you'd be able to figure it out. And it's like, clever in what way? Because it's none of these people are acting in a way that makes any sense.
Hi, I'm Chief DuPont.
And when they do make sense, it almost is thrown out the fucking window by their next sentence. So it's like, at no point do they want you ever to be sure about anything at all, which is counterintuitive to an investigation. Because at no point will any of us feel interested in pursuing any of this if we have no idea what the fuck is going... Like, we have no inkling. All we know is a murder has happened. And everyone here looks guilty as fuck. We've taken as much information as we can. Let's move it along. But no, we have to go and click through every single thing. Now this right here is an artifact of old school FMV 90 games. Adventure games in particular, where you have to go through every single exhausted dialogue option. We ran into this in Gabriel Knight 2, where if you didn't say all of the exact same things in the right way, you were not going to go and continue the rest of the game. And I'm not a fan of that at all. I know that that's tough to work around. It always sucks when you get to these points. So yeah, we'll just have to go through everyone, Nick, until we find somebody that says something different. So you just have to go through every single person again. This is the gameplay loop, I'm assuming. So let's go ahead and go through the list really quickly. If we're gonna do
that, let's start with Sam.
Yeah.
We'll just do...
Oh, there we go. Now, we don't want to... See, that's the only thing. As Sam, we could talk about things Sophia and everyone else says. I feel like this is our only option. We haven't really run into anything else we could talk about.
She has a wicked imagination for her age.
How about number one? Yeah, or you can take...
Do you think you're sitting here now? Perception is reality, Sam.
Yeah.
I needed to confide in someone, so I told Chief DuPont. Just Chief DuPont. And now you, apparently.
Do you think you were abducted last night?
Why are you talking about this again? You understand, every time you mention abduction, it opens up a vault of crushing memories that I'd rather stay locked up.
Well, did anyone else see you last night? I think that's a fair question.
No. Not even the moon.
So she didn't even go outside. Unless it was raining, because then you can't see the moon. Again, this is all just things that we should never really have to deal with. You know what? We don't have anything else we could talk about. We have to choose this. They're forcing us to say the thing we were told not to talk about because we've exhausted every other dialogue option. So are we allowed to talk about this thing or not? Like, give us the option here. Okay, let's see what this says.
Are we going to go for it?
Yeah, we have nothing else going on.
Was it a gold coin?
Was it a gold coin?
I don't remember.
I'm going to say yeah.
I should have known that's the same as Birmingham. Although they beheaded the victims, they all had gold coins in their mouths. It's their way of marking their territory to prove it's their work.
Okay, well that tells us a lot more than we had before. So we know it's the same killer as the one they've dealt with before. Yeah, we knew he did.
She asked for a sample reading to show what I could do.
Oh yeah, number 2
We know it predicted danger, but do we want to ask about Poe? Or radio co-host?
2, yeah.
No, he didn't seem all that interested. It's a shame. He seems like a man with lots of interesting demons.
That was very ominous. Is she a werewolf? Why will the moon be a factor? Because she's a bit off. I think she has to take like anti-hallucinogenic medication or something. She's
it's 9 o'clock and you're listening to Radio August.
There we go.
Investigations into the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw are continuing this evening. Miss Shaw was found dead in her home at approximately 10 p.m. last night in what police are describing as a puzzling case. Residents are urged to be cautious until the perpetrator is caught. I cannot stress this enough, August. Stay safe out there. You mean the world to me. In other news, Monroe has been detained on urgent business, so you're stuck with me until she returns. Never fear, Monroe fans. We still have lots of pre-recordings, so you can relax with her angelic tones. That's 9 o'clock with Poe and Monroe.
Oh, wow. Poe is starting to sound like a... Yeah, no, we need the next chapter.
No,
we're
done.
We're done. Now it's time to visit Poe. Or Alice. Let's see how she's doing.
I think we need to visit Alice.
There she is. Okay, we know she's alive now.
She's still alive.
You're
That's
the
good.
detective. Monroe just called. This is madness. Who would want to hurt her?
You look like a fucking... You look the most fucking guilty out of everybody. You're in like a red lit room and it's just like, oh dear.
This town is fascinating. There's a lot more to it than meets the eye. Have you ever read up on the real history of August?
No. Yeah, let's find out.
The official story is that Mary August retired from a life on the high seas, found a nice spot here, and used her ill-gotten gains to establish a town. But that's not what really happened.
It's Mary August.
Yeah.
And why is she allowed on the seas? That used to, like... That would have been like a big no-no.
It's true that Mary August was a pirate, but she didn't retire. Her ship was sunk on the rocks just off the coast.
Oh.
Mary and all of her crew sought refuge in a small fishing town. This one.
Let's continue.
They slaughtered everyone. Men, women, and children. All dead and dismembered in their own homes. The bodies were dumped in a mass grave. Well, the body parts. And the pirates moved in.
Yeah, where's the mass grave? That's a good question.
No one knows. It seems at some point it was built over and then forgotten about. It could be under the school, or the church, or right beneath our feet.
Or beneath the inn, if this guy's telling the truth. Yeah, ask him the third question.
One.
Yeah.
We interviewed her about her scholarship not too long ago. Do you think whoever killed Dorota plans to kill Monroe? What makes you think she's in danger?
Oh yeah, let's tell him. That's the only option. I could just say none of your business.
Does this have anything to do with the gentleman who stopped by?
Like, on one hand, I want to know where he was last night because this seems like just a generic...
Yeah, let's go with number 2. I think you're on something there, Nick.
On air. Much of our broadcast is pre-recorded, but we always do the hourly news live.
Okay, so that tells us a lot more about these two. So no matter what, these guys are always, whenever the hourly thing happens, it means they're live in the studio. Unless he's lying about that. I mean, that's the thing. Anybody could be lying. We're just taking them at face value.
Yeah, we don't really have an ability to, like, we don't have an easy way of judging somebody's credibility. Like, I don't know. Anyways,
We've worked together for years. She's the light to my shade, the angel to my demon, the diamond to my lump of coal. She told me to say all those things.
Is she dating anyone?
I believe not. She has a big heart, and in my opinion, opens it too easily.
Does anyone hate Monroe?
Only a madman. Or woman. Monroe is August's sweetheart. Poe and Monroe. That was her idea.
Yeah, ask that question. Poe and Monroe?
Our show. We were just another local radio station before that. It was Monroe who decided we should have a theme. Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Don't tell me you haven't heard it, Detective. That's what the Free Radio Project is all about.
What's the Free Radio Project?
Uniting August via the airwaves. Monroe's been delivering free radios anywhere people might want to listen. Doctor's surgeries, hairdressers, the guest house.
How can she afford free... No, these are good questions. Hold on a minute. Let's think about this. She's offering radios... Okay, Nick, this is what happened in Shivers 2. Do you remember Shivers 2? We played only a part of it.
We just started that when something else didn't work.
Right. Well, in that game, the TV that you hit, when you use it, would take you to the mountain. And when you're there, you'd walk into the mountain and become, like, killed by the ancient Native American spirits in there or something. But there are TVs all throughout the town, and they all did the same thing, and they were all given by the guy who sent them into the mountain, the bad guy. So...
Okay.
And that's literally at the beginning of the game. That's not a spoiler for that game unless you don't care about the first 5 minutes. That's literally what the ghost lady tells you. So
on one hand, she's not really forcing people to listen, because you can't force somebody to use a radio that you just give them. On the other hand, but that's like a kind of interesting take. I think the more interesting thing is how she's affording the radios.
Yeah, let's find out.
I believe she charmed the local electrical store into donating them, in exchange for free advertising, of course.
Okay.
On that note, I should probably get back to the booth. The show must go on. Death threats be damned. Look after Monroe, Detective. She's the only Monroe I've got.
Okay. Thank you, Poe. Get out of my face. You delivered a radio to the guest house?
I delivered radios all over town. I don't think I should have bothered with some of them, though. I don't think... Violet, is it? I don't think Violet liked me very much.
I guess maybe. I mean, maybe she was jealous.
Maybe. I don't know why anyone would be threatened by me, though. I'm not interested in stealing anyone's man.
She's only interested in Dorota, yeah. As she clearly told Oscar, who was just like, us. Inside the radios, there can be only cocaine. Where are you going to be in the next few hours?
Probably right here. Why? I didn't realize I was under house arrest.
You should probably go somewhere where there are witnesses.
Oh, interesting.
Thanks for the advice. I hope I'm not the only suspect.
Yeah, I think that's actually kind of fair. You did tell him, if he does go somewhere where there are witnesses, that will make it a lot easier for us to deduct that he's not a killer, just a creepy dude who needs...
Hey, I'm going. There's too many people asking questions. It's exhausting. I'm off to stay at my aunt's. I'll come back tomorrow, but I've said everything I can say.
Okay. See you later, Oscar. You murderer, you.
Sam, I've got some heavy rain news.
God, so what do we got on Rain?
Lawrence Petrovsky, that's his real name, and no, he's not a Russian spy. But he does have a criminal record.
What did he do?
He was charged with the murder of a 21-year-old artist. Looks like he got off on a technicality by all accounts.
So when was this?
About 3 months ago in Hong Kong. Be careful, Sam. If you're going to ask him about this, it could be a flight risk. And you know, there's a good chance he could be the killer.
I don't trust you, man.
Who's behind you?
I don't trust you at all.
It's now 10 o'clock. Here's your August update. Investigations deepen into last night's murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw. Miss Shaw, a talented cellist who had recently been granted a place at Juilliard, was found strangled at her home last night. With the murderer still at large, Chief DuPont has urged residents to remain calm and stresses there is almost no chance of anyone else being harmed. Alice, if you're listening, let me know you're okay.
So...
In other news, a handful of August residents have reported seeing strange lights in the sky earlier this evening. The lights, which witnesses describe as searingly bright, were spotted over the east edge of town, past the fire station. Have you seen any strange lights? Or for that matter, little green men? Let me know. That's 10 o'clock with Poe.
All right. I do feel threatened as well. You want to keep investing? Yeah, I'd say next chapter sounds good to me. I don't...
Okay.
August's gone crazy tonight. I've just got off the phone with someone who thinks they saw a UFO on one of the nights that Violet went missing. Aliens will be normal right now. Anyway, now you're here, it's time. What do you suggest we do with Alice Monroe?
Ooh, here we go. You know what? We could protect her at her house. Because if we shapeshift into whatever in front of her, we'll definitely be giving ourselves away. But we would then know who the killer is.
Monroe's a local treasure around here, Sam. Don't let anything happen to her.
Yeah, if we send a captain, police officer, whoever, they're just gonna, like, go, I guess I
Sam,
fucked up.
I'm not sure. Do you think you can stop someone from trying to kill me?
I would say number 3.
Well, we were just saying that, just saying I'll do my best isn't that comforting to somebody who thinks they're about to get killed. I mean...
You could say that you're gifted with certain powers, but the problem is that we don't know if she's the fucking killer.
Oh, true.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
That's all I needed to hear.
She just told us it didn't, but,
Thanks for staying with me, Sam. I know it's dangerous. I don't know why you're here, but I'm glad you are. It's almost 10 o'clock, Sam. When's it gonna be over? You said Bronwyn will call when it's safe. Should we call them now? Or are we just supposed to wait?
No, what do you think? Should she hide somewhere, or you're gonna be okay? No, if she leaves our sight, she dies. If she dies in front of us, we'll at least know who the fuck did it.
I know you're just being good, but that's kind of easy for you to say right now. I think I'm probably gonna have a heart attack before anyone gets a chance to kill me.
Yeah, just wait. Anything out of our line of sight is a problem.
That's the door. That's the door, Sam. What are we gonna do?
Stave, stand behind me. Perfect. Video saved the radio star. Oh no, did she die? Or did we actually save her? There's the moon. Some B-roll of her kitchen for some reason. Back down to the house. I will say this, the editing is very consistent, but very odd. I like the cinematography. Oh.
Alice, thank God. I've been outside all the time, okay? Bronwyn Castle just called. She said the danger is over. They've done a new reading. There's another victim now.
Look, Danny's outside. He's going to take you somewhere safe, okay? Sam, I think you should find out who the next victim's going to be. Then come and see me in my office.
Yeah, I think we picked the right option.
I'm Poe, and this is your latest update. Police investigating the murder of 21-year-old Dorota Shaw say they are getting closer to apprehending the killer.
Incredible.
The death of Miss Shaw, who was found strangled at her home late last night, has sparked a massive police operation and caused alarm amongst August residents. Monroe has some personal business to attend to, but she sends you all her love and hopes to be back on the air tomorrow. And Monroe, if you can hear me, I'm sending my love out to you too. That's 11 o'clock with Poe.
Yeah, Poe is now a suspect. But hey, look, we saved her life. What now?
Sam, I have some bad news.
You used warp stabilizer?
We've done a group reading.
Oh.
And it's you.
Oh, well, that's not a problem. Say, I'm the killer, question mark?
We can't predict that. The next victim. It's you. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, that makes it easier. Yeah, why me?
I think you've interfered too much. That's why you're the next target. I've called Chief DuPont already. He's asked that you meet with him. You should go, Sam. Be careful.
What was the kiss for? I didn't... Is that like a French
Sam,
thing?
It's almost midnight. You're still alive. This is a good thing.
Yeah, I guess.
No one's even attempted to kill you yet. You've given me a lot of evidence. Enough to arrest someone. But who? Make the right decision, and you should be safe. If we don't, well, we've all got to sleep at some point. I can get someone to guard your room at the guest house, but it might not be enough. So, Sam, who should I arrest?
Why would you... Yeah, what the hell is the hint? What? Why put it... Wait, who are we arresting? We don't have any... What evidence are you talking about? You have barely any correlation. These people are weird. So, yeah.
I'm thinking he's thinking it's Rain. Because, like, he's figured out that, like, Rain has killed somebody, probably, possibly. But we've never had a chance to ask Rain about that. And he's the one that, like, is really, like, as far as he's concerned, like, has no alibi, like, just praying in his room alone. But it's just, everybody is so weird.
Let's ask for a hint. What's the problem with asking?
During that whole thing with Alice, the only people I couldn't keep track of were Rain, Zach, and Violet. I don't want to believe it's Violet, but that's why you're here. You're impartial. Out of those three names, who was with Dorota at the time of her murder, or who has an alibi that doesn't check out? This is on you, Sam. Just give me a name.
Okay. Who doesn't have an alibi for her murder? So it's between Rain, Zach, and Violet.
He thinks it's between Rain, Zach, and Violet.
He said he couldn't keep track of everyone else, and someone was trying to kill us. So that narrows it down. But he was also at the house, so it could just be him. I don't know, guys. I feel like any of these are the fucking right answer. Okay. I will say, Rain is probably the only one that has ever given me, like, weird killer vibes, but I think it was because he was just trying to. Violet's the only one that seems okay with all this, and Zach is just creepy. I don't think it is Zach at all. If it's Zach, I'll be like, all right, well, cool. I guess we'll just blame the guy who's, like, if it's that obvious, I would have just been like, all right, well, that wasn't, like, much of a mystery. Why did you need us? Hey, Brian, here's what you missed. We're trying to figure out who killed them. Or who is a killer of this person, you know? I don't know, man. I don't know. This is just a lot. So, Violet says that she was abducted by aliens at the night of the murder, so it wasn't her. Zach has no alibi whatsoever and says he was in his studio. He's an absolute creep and takes pictures of people and has, like, subtle hints that he might be a bit, like, too touchy-feely, but not, like, enough to say he's a murderer. And then Rain, pretty much, Rain is, like, I don't know what to make of the dude. Like, he's been helpful in trying to figure out this stuff about demons and stuff. He said he couldn't stop the demon in the last one, so maybe he became the demon. And then there's the chief, who is just trying to cover up for somebody. Wait, aliens are an alibi? No, she doesn't really know where she was because she had an episode. So it's like, that's her alibi, is that she was abducted by aliens, and everyone knows that she has, like, hallucinations. But she was also, like, jealous she has a lot of jealous thing. But in her dream, she never killed anybody. She was the one being killed. And the gold coin in the mouth means it's the same killer from Birmingham. That's right. So it can't be Violet or Zach. It has to be Rain or the Chief. They're the only two people who know about Birmingham and the coin. That's the only two options. The other two would make no sense. Because remember, Violet was found with a gold coin in her mouth, and we only revealed that to one person. And that's the only thing that ties it to the prior case. So what do you think, Nick?
Yeah.
It's not much of, it wouldn't be much of a plot twist if we did it. It would be kind of, honestly, I would just be like, that's lame. I would give this game 0 stars if it was us, because I'm like, at no point did we ever hint that we were the killer, and we walked around asking a bunch of mundane questions to people. If it was that bad, I don't think they made a game like that. I think this game is a lot better than that. So far, it's been pretty okay. I really enjoyed all the performances and the cinematography. I think getting stuck on the chapter is probably the least favorite part. But so far, I'm like, hey, you got me. I'm curious, is it Rain or the Chief? I think it's one of those two. See, here's the thing.
I kind of lean towards Chief.
Yeah, because the only thing I don't understand is that the Chief seems to be very protective of the redhead Violet. Rain doesn't seem that interested in any of them. I'm going to go with the Chief, too. Only because they're the only two people who know about Birmingham. Other than the other two ladies who just aren't... They're clearly not the murderer. They're circumstantial. I think Rain is definitely fucked up, but I think Chief DuPont has nothing to answer for, whereas Rain has all of the answers. Yeah. Oh, you want to do a 50-50 on that? I don't have a 50-50 in my desk. Actually, no, I don't. I'm just going to go... Look, I'm leaning toward the Chief, man. Okay. I think all of us are.
We'll go with it. Everybody, I'm sorry for the probably bad ending that we're going to about to get, but let's go for it.
This is serious, Sam. I'm going to lose my patience in a minute.
Oh, no, we're allowed.
Well, okay. He's like, no. Yeah, well, let's just say it's...
police corruption.
Yeah, let's just say Rain, because there's no way Zach could have did the murder. He doesn't have... He's not...
Rain. Agreed. He's got no corroborated alibis for any key times, and he's one of those tarot muppets who I suspected all along. I was right when I said Bronwyn. I knew it was one of them. I just didn't know which one. I'll pick him up. Just be careful tonight, Sam. If you've not done your job properly, killer's still out there.
Okay, we're going to find out then. I think we did our job properly. The coin in the mouth was the key. That was the key the fucking whole time. That makes sense. That's why we're going to get probably murdered. I think the Chief did it. I don't think we... Oh, fuck.
Sam, you asked for these earlier. Make sure you get some sleep now. You'll need it. Night.
Thank you, Violet. All right, Violet, what are you doing? Why are we holding on Violet? Why is the camera on the carpet? What's
She's about
going?
to get murdered?
Oh, nice. Motion lights. I got
It's
one.
1
of those.
o'clock in the morning, and this is Poe with your August update. We don't normally have them at this time, but since there's a killer on the loose, I feel it's my duty to keep the radio station manned. I personally spoke with Chief DuPont earlier, and he thinks they're close to catching the killer. Until that happens, though, please lock your doors and stay inside. Remain vigilant. The light has faded, and so has my fortitude. I see things in shadows, behind doors and under desks. I hear the chattering of teeth and the glee of insects waiting to feed on me. The studio undulates.
Poe's going
like
a little bit
heart
off the
that
rails here.
beats its last beats. I can't go on. I must to bed. Forgive me, Lady August. Forgive me.
He's thespian. This is what they do. Don't take it personally. This is just how they talk. Oh yes. 2:14 a.m. The end. Was it just us watching TV? Is someone just gonna stab us while we're laying here? Why are we in bed? I'd be like sitting in the corner with a gun.
Hello, sleepyhead. I'm so glad to see you alive.
What about the next victim?
There is no next victim. Rain is locked up. He's being charged for murder. Travelers don't like being incarcerated, so they'll have jumped realities already. It's not something that a jury will believe. The shell they've left behind won't remember what they've done. And spend a life in prison. All we can do is try and stop the next one. I still can't believe it was Rain. I suppose nobody is immune.
It was a rain.
And now we're one short. Sam, come with us, please. We could really use someone like you and, well, just... will you?
Why not?
I mean...
Really? Oh, Sam, that's wonderful.
Okay.
Let's finish packing and we can leave this afternoon. Sam, thank you. We're going to change lives, believe me.
Oh, you don't
Hey,
know.
sweet cheeks. You did good. Real good. You win. Alexi hug.
Oh, we won. I guess we solved it.
Sam, I'm just going to say it because you only live once and all that. Sam, I think I've fallen for you. That's it. That's all I wanted to say.
What?
It's out there now. We can get on with our lives.
That's a nice thing to say. You gotta pick the option, Nick.
The response we get. Okay.
I see. Nice thing. Well, nothing ventured, nothing gained. Heart wants what it wants.
Oh.
Perhaps you should go for a while so I can have a little cry. I'll be okay though.
Oh. Yeah,
Sam,
I feel like that's not a
I
fair
guess you're on
option.
your way now. I don't often thank my guests, but thank you. I didn't think you had it in you. Well, I at least thought you'd run away at some point. But you didn't. You stayed. You've made August safe again. If you ever need a place to stay, you've got one here. Well, if I have a room available, that is.
Thank you.
Take care, Sam.
Wow.
I didn't think you'd leave without saying goodbye.
Okay.
People do horrible things to people every day. I'm just glad there's someone like you around to save us. I mean, everyone needs a little saving from time to time. Even me.
Yeah, happy to save. Yeah, we'll just do with the
Sam,
Indiana Jones
you
response.
already did. That's why I'm here talking to you. And I won't forget it. Heroes don't always get on the news, but they always burn bright in the hearts of the people they save. You have an impact, Sam. Everyone does. They just forget.
Well, hopefully you don't
Keep
forget the
saving people
paycheck.
for me, you hear? Bye, Sal.
She pulls back and it's just rain.
Sam
He's like,
did
psych.
I thought you would. I mean, not that I've got a signed confession or anything. Yet. Apparently, they don't remember anything about the murders, but Bronwyn seems pretty convinced it's over. Well done.
Hey, no problem. We claimed you because we
Down with the tarot readers. That's a real big shame. You were starting to fit in here. But good luck to you. You're doing what many of us have died trying. Leaving August.
Thanks, Chief.
And I've stuck to my word. That problem you had, I buried it. The coroner's report is going to say the woman was dead when you arrived, not after. I don't personally believe in exorcism or anything like that, but over the last 24 hours, I'm starting to think things aren't as cut and dried as I'd like them to be.
What?
You're a good person, Sam. At least that's definitely how it looks from the outside.
Wait. Aw. That was... What? You can't just tell us that and go...
I am Dorota. I am 21 years old. I love playing cello, and I just been awarded a scholarship to Juilliard. I just love cello. I love all string instruments, but cello is rich and deep and soothing, at least to me. No, cello is my hobby, but my real passion is... It's silly, it sounds silly. Well, I would like to build a time machine. I know. But it is possible. I think people make mistakes. They do things they regret and they say things they don't mean. I want to go back in time. I want to make better choices.
You know why you're here, don't you?
No.
Because you did well. And you know what happens when you do well?
No.
Augmentation. Congratulations, Agent 3.13. Welcome to 3.14.
Pie? What? What? That makes no sense. At the end? Maybe? Oh, I love this. Alright, these guys are great. Wait. Hold on a minute. That was beautiful. That's how I would have ended one of my videos when I'm making funny things. This is beautiful. Excellently executed. Well done ending. The end. Maybe. Oh, man. Okay, so...
Debriefing 3204, Birmingham. Transmit. And we're ready. Are you human?
No.
Whereas Shapeshifter? Is that a human? Are we something else?
I don't know.
I'm gonna go with yes.
Debrief complete. Agent ready. You can go.
There we go. We were human. There was nothing wrong with us. Well, there we go. Okay, now we can skip. Oh, as a special unlock, as a privilege, we can now skip scenes. Wow, but why would we when we have solved the Shapeshifting Detective? We actually put together that it was a possessed brain that killed the person. We got the pat on the back. We may or may not be infested with something evil as well. I'm sure there's lots of secrets, but everyone in this is like Night Vale or whatever, so they're like, nobody leaves the town of August, and we're like, I'm gonna just take the freeway. It's like right over there. And like, well, no, you can't do that. Nobody owns a car here. I won't allow it. The cab won't leave. Yeah, this is a roguelike? Yeah, apparently. I don't know. I have to say, performances are pretty darn good. I really liked how everyone presented themselves. The overall story is very strange, and I think it fits really well if you're into something... Oh, that guy just got stabbed. I think it fits really well into, like, this kind of, like... I don't know what you'd call it, like, spooky time radio show storytelling. I like that. But as a game, I think the only failing was just the selection of trying to figure out where we go next and what we can and can't talk about. It's not exactly clear, or I guess we should have just... The thing was like, well, it doesn't matter, just make the choice. But because we were trying to be so careful, it really wasn't our choice to be careful. It was kind of just thrust at us like, oh, no, this is the only thing you get to do. But I do like the option to delete stuff. I thought that was excellent. Yeah, it'd be fun to interview the actors. Yeah, I bet they'd have a lot to say. I'd love to know the production behind it. It seems like it was a pretty cool idea. Yeah, this thespian guy right here. There's a sort of sequel called Dark Nights with Poe and Monroe. Oh, okay. So they do continue this kind of his mystery adventure thing. Well, yeah. Courtesy Flush. We play video games that end like that. I mean, think of it this way, Nick. The classic Harvester was such a great game that you had to experience. I remember so much joy and laughter and enjoyment coming from you from every moment of that game. So what did you think, Nick, of this game?
It was interesting. I think we messed up the final debrief. I think we're supposed to say something else. Because it seemed like we were going to be given the option to yeah. I'm sure you can just go back and play a new game, but it seemed like they were setting it up for a slightly different mode or something. It seemed like.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think it's like New Game Plus. I know that apparently it rotates who the actual killer is, so it's like the game.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so it's not linear in the way. Well, the story is just told linearly, but the options are switched for each gameplay or something to that effect. I don't know. I think it's something like that. I only know that because when I go into the Steam... Here, I'll show you in a sec here. Nick, I'll show that. So, what game was that? That was Shapeshifting Detective. Here it is. All right, so we got... Yeah, we picked Dorota's murderer first time. Look, Mom, I'm a detective. Yeah, we nailed the murderer. It was him. We saved Ellis.
Huh.
We completed the game. That's what the achievements say. Here, I'll bring it over so you can see it, Nick.
Ah.
But yeah, you could see we did it. And then as I go down here to the community content, the fastest way to determine any killer. So it does change per game. It must be... They must change it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I thought it was thoroughly enjoyable. A very fun game. If you guys think FMV games are like this, they bundle these together along with the Complex and a couple of other games. That's how I got this. There's a couple of other ones that are in there. Complex was actually pretty rad. I had a... Look, if you play it by yourself, you're going to experience like a sci-fi channel movie, basically. But if you play it with friends or just in a Discord server or something... You'll have a ball of a time. It was fun. Yeah, I mean, his name was Rain. Yeah, Rain with a Y and an E. Yeah, exactly. Next game should be something boomer-tastic, like one of the Leisure Suit Larry games. Like, none of the other games, like Indiana Jones wasn't boomer-tastic enough. You want me to play a game that's quite literally got the most, like, edgy old man jokes in it? Like, no offense to Owl Low. I love those games, but let's be honest here. Those were a bit above my age group. Some of those jokes didn't really age the greatest. The newer ones are pretty funny. I really like those a lot. But yeah. Let's see, what else can we get? We can get... we didn't even shift into everybody. Who else are we missing? Oh, we could have shape-shifted into Poe.
We probably never shifted into Poe.
Yeah.
Because something was happening and we just decided to go next chapter.
Okay,
Bronwyn
so
says she's immortal?
Yeah, there's an achievement called Bronwyn Says She's Immortal. These achievements are hilarious. Oh, we actually could have gone to Zach's photo shoot and went all the way with the photo shoot. No, that would have been too fucked up.
Wait, which... Oh, yeah.
You can also go get freaky with Oscar for some reason.
Well, probably when
I got punched by Poe.
No,
You can get punched by
freaky
Poe.
with Oscar.
Oh, and you can apparently kick Zach in the sack. You left Ellis alone with Danny. The achievement's called Chicken. The Big Sleep. Okay, that's the death one. So yeah. Interesting. Interesting. There's a lot of little achievements there. Well, anyway, we'll be back again with another game. I'm going to pick something from my list here. Probably something within the probably the same era as Leisure Suit Larry. I've got quite a few. Mainly because Naresar's network doesn't really work that well on like super heavy 3D games. So we're just going to go with what we got here. So yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for more Baldur's Gate. And also, tomorrow is Naresar's birthday, so happy birthday ahead of time. And
I will be volunteering because I don't get paid at this particular job. But anyways,
I'm sure they're going to have some birthday surprise for you. You probably aren't expecting it, which is going to be the perfect time.
To be honest, I would not be expecting it because I don't know if anybody there actually knows that it would be my birthday tomorrow.
Yeah. All right. Have a good one, everybody, and see you tomorrow with more Baldur's Gate. Take care and have a good one.